Avenue Radio.
This is a Rainier Avenue Radio World public service announcement. New school year is just around the corner. Did you know? In order to attend classes and play sports, your child needs to be up to date on all vaccines required for school before the first day of instruction. Now is the perfect time to catch your children up and avoid exclusions. Public Health Seattle and King County invites you to come on out to 3 free back-to-school clinics. August 3rd, 3 to 7 p.m. at the Taft-Sagali School-Based Health Center in Federal Way. August 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Kent YMCA. And August 11th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Renton High School Health Center. Clinics are open to all kids ages 4 to 18, offering all vaccines required for school entry, plus the COVID vaccine for everyone eligible. No insurance or proof of residency required. To learn more, visit kingcounty.gov/find a clinic or on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Ghost Show. Right here on Rainier. What's it? Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm so tired. I have to pee.
Women Empowerment Talk Radio, your roadmap to business success. Tune in every Sunday at 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, providing resources and sharing motivational experiences from the everyday entrepreneur. Tune in Women Empowerment Talk Radio every Sunday, 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, and on Twitter at Rainier Av Radio.
Hey, hello. Welcome to Clean Greens Living Live, broadcasted off of Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree and Robyn T. What's going on, Robyn?
Hi, Queen Bree. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today on Clean Greens Living. And we always do a special shout out to the original ancestors of this land, the Duwamish. We're also working on some land activity as well in a form of reparations and land back. We'll get into that more. We've talked about it a little bit, but we have a really awesome, beautiful show. Of course, the farm season is really on and popping. So you can go see tons of pictures on our socials. And I will just kick it back over to Bree. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Thank you, Deontay. It's tomorrow, but don't forget, he just said happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Queen Bree, tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the day. Okay, thank you guys. So talking about land take back, we've been talking about New Hope Baptist Church, how land was stolen from them 50 years ago, and Seattle Council's in the process of voting to give them it back, right? Am I right? So please continue to keep watch on that. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Dr. Jeffrey on Instagram. This is very important for our community. It is important for our community because not only is a Black church being involved in the community and wanting to create housing for our low-income families, our low-income Black families. We want to help all families of color, but our emphasis is on Black families. So please stay tuned with that. Another announcement, Clean Greens giveaway every Saturday. If you are in need of fresh vegetables and you cannot afford fresh organic vegetables, please come visit us at 116 21st Avenue. We also have our CSA giveaway. So if you are a CSA and you are listening Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your positive feedback and your recipes. I love, love, love hearing the recipes coming in. And then our children's program. Our children's program is live and strong. We're still going. We have a wait list now, I hear. So we're just so many exciting things going on at Clean Greens. And we just hope that you continue to support us. If you want to sign up for our monthly newsletters that goes out, email us at cleangreensfarmmarket@gmail.com or blackdollarcleangreens@gmail.com. So I'm excited about this guest. You want to do the intro?
Me too. Oh, that would be fun. So Charne Ingram is the owner of Common Scentz, making candles, and they are so awesome. They're super dope. Charne joined us at our grand opening. So we're having her on the show. She is Seattle born and bred, a mother of two amazing little people, and they gave her the drive not only to work, but create an opportunity to work for herself and eventually not have to at all. I love that goal. I mean, who doesn't want to just sit back and live life? So Common Scentz LLC started as an idea, which came to reality in January of 2018. Outside of creating amazing products in her candle studio that give life to your soul, Charne is just a simple person. Give her a good book and a hammock, and she's good. So Charne says, life is for living, and I'm going to make sure I do it to the fullest while creating memories with my babies. Welcome.
Welcome, Charne.
Hi, you guys. I'm so glad to be here.
Good. Look, I knew we had to have you on the show when you were at the grand opening, and I was nowhere near your table, and I smelled how good your candles smell.
I get that a lot at events. They're like, "Oh, I can smell it right now." I'm like, "That's good."
Yeah, they smell good, and they are like, and it's like a subtle smell. You know how some candles can smell good, but then it'll start acting your nose. It'll start making your allergies and stuff act up. Your smell is like smooth, sweet. It's like a calming, really good smell. All of them. So tell us about how you got started.
So it started as an idea. I was just trying to figure out like what kind of side hustle can I create and make some money out of it, but have fun doing it at the same time. And so I was like, let me try candles. So I started making candles in my kitchen after I put the kids to bed. I was just doing my thing. And I was like, I had like lots of friends that would test them out for me. So they would give me their feedback and stuff like that because everybody loves candles. And so they would give me their feedback and I just ran with it.
Nice. Okay, so you said you wanted to start a hustle and you thought candles. Why candles? There's so many different hustles. Why candles?
Because I was like, I wanted to make something that was affordable because everybody loves candles. And then you go and you buy like really, really expensive candles. And then sometimes they don't meet your needs. So I wanted to make a good quality product that was affordable and was just good for people in general too with the product.
Nice. So you went to you're breaking up a little bit.
Use.
Can you hear us? You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, maybe. I thought it was going to be mine breaking up. The candles are so beautiful too. And I hear that they're made in a special way. Like, how do you make your candles, or what kind of ingredients do you use?
Did I lose y'all? No. I can hear you now.
We can't really hear you, Charne.
So I started using soy wax when I was doing research on it. I was trying to find like good natural products, really good for your environment. It doesn't create.
Oh,
Okay, better.
Okay. We got to switch over to the cell phone.
It's okay. Hey, look, this is what happens during the pandemic, so don't worry. Thank goodness for internet radio. We can improvise.
Right. So I chose soy wax, and I just never went to other waxes after that. A lot of candle makers, they'll try different waxes, but after I tried soy wax and knew that it was natural and healthy for people, then I just stuck with that, and I haven't got any complaints.
Nice. So, what are the benefits? I mean, we know it's health. What candle waxes did you research to see what wasn't healthy? Like, if people are looking to find candles, they should choose just soy, or are there other options, or why?
There's so many options. I like soy wax because it's the natural thing. And also soy wax is like the slowest burning wax. So your candle's going to last longer too.
Nice. So when you out here meditating, because I love to meditate, and I love to meditate to a candle burning. It doesn't matter if it's the day. I've been burning her candles during the summer. I know most people are like, I'm not burning no candles. It's hot out here. But when I need to calm down and zen, a candle is what I'm going to light up.
Yeah, it creates an ambiance. Like, it just, like, even like whether you're cleaning up or you're just relaxing, watching a movie, or you just want to chill with the lights off, and it's like you have to light a candle. Like, you have to.
Seriously. It becomes such an addictive thing to light a candle too. It's like, why would I not make my area just this much more pleasant and lovely? You know, once I became kind of candle fancy, I never went back.
Me either. I'll look at the candle and be like, oh, let me just light it just because.
Right? I love it. I use it for meditating too. And you have a lot of really amazing scents and combinations of aromas. How did you choose some of those?
When I first started, I had like 15 scents I wanted to try, but I was like, let me just boil it down to like 5. So I just try to choose a little bit of everything. Like, I had a couple fruity ones. I had like aromatherapy one, like a lavender eucalyptus one. And then I had some clean smelling scents. And so I just kind of boiled down to 5 to start out with.
Nice. And they smell so good. I'm sorry, I keep saying that because they do. I have them up on my dresser right now. I almost want to go grab them to show you guys that I do have them, and they smell really good. You make custom made candles, right? For different events. How did you get started with that?
So it actually started with a memorial keepsake candle that someone had asked me to do. And so I was really honored, first off, and I was like, I'd be happy to create your vision for you. So that's how that started. And then my son's school, the PTA, they actually had put in an order for personalized PTA for the school staff and the PTA members.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Then I got orders for anniversary memorials, and I did a baby shower keepsake candle set to birthday, girls' nights, all those kinds of things.
Nice. So do you throw candle parties? I mean, I know it's been different with COVID, but how have you done it, and how have you navigated during COVID with it?
Most of the time with it's more so like link ups. Like, a customer will call me and be like, hey, I have some people over right now that are interested in your candles because they see mine. And so they're like, can you come over? And I keep candles in my trunk. So I'll pull up wherever anyone needs me to pull up if you're local, pretty much.
Nice. That's smart.
I love that. This is like such a good choice for a side hustle. I wouldn't have even thought of all the different parties and things and the custom stuff. That's brilliant.
And how popular candles are. Huh?
Yeah, when I started, I didn't even have like those ideas of, I was just like, okay, I'm going to make candles and these are going to be my thing. And I've been doing more keepsake candles now that I started doing them. Those have been like a big deal. And I was like, dang, I didn't know that I could do all this with my business. So I get so excited, and I'm be very, very honored when people come to me and they're like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah. And then I send them some templates and they love it. And I'm just like, oh, they like my stuff.
Oh,
that's nice. There's one thing that I can say is, like, when you're starting, that we should all talk about and always highlight is when we're first starting off, sometimes we don't know everything, but all it takes is an idea, a plan, execution. And in my world, faith. Like when I am ready to start something, I make a plan and I just say a prayer over the plan and I execute, and everything just starts flying and it just starts coming to you.
Yeah.
And it just seems like everything is coming to you and you just started with a plan.
Yeah.
So that's nice to hear.
Exactly.
And nice to see come into fruition.
That's exactly what happened too. And like, even still to this day, I'd be like, it's just new doors are just keep opening and opening. I'm like, okay, I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to do this. I got this. And I just do it.
And what I love is like, you're so like chill demeanor, but your candles is like powerful.
Thank you.
You're welcome in a good way. You're all chill and zen. Do you meditate to your candles?
Yes, my candles are all over my house. Like, especially if there's like candles that didn't sell, or if the smell, because everyone's not gonna love everything that you put out.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. But if there's some scents that are not as powerful as my customers would like, or something like that, I burn those around the house.
Nice.
I love it. I do agree that your candles are affordable, and that is really amazing. I was a little bit surprised when you were telling me the price, and I was like, wow, okay, so then I'm going to get a few more. And you know what I do? I like to set myself up for later, because I'll hoard candles. Like, I don't actually, I almost buy candles for almost every gift situation. Like, everyone I know has gotten a candle from me at some point, to the point where I'm almost like, is this okay for me to keep doing? But I'm still doing it. So I actually like to buy some extra, so that when someone when I need to bring a gift, kind of last minute situation, I have some candles. I like to do that with a lot of different like vendor products, but candles are perfect for that. So even if you're like buying a candle for yourself, then you get like a few more on the side for gifts, because it's just such a good idea to get a few more. I'm wondering if other people do that.
That is a good idea, because as I get older, you give me a candle and for a gift, and I'm excited. I don't.
Me too.
It's like, okay, good. That speaks to my soul. I'm not one of those people that be like, a stupid candle. I love candles, so yeah,
Same.
I think it's a good idea. Annette had a good question. Do you have candles that are sensitive to people's to those with allergies?
I do. One candle that first comes to mind is my lavender honey candle. Or even if they don't want scents in their candles, they can always choose to not have scented candles. They can just have regular candles burning. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the smell. And also, if you want them lightly scented, I do a lot of customized things. So whatever people request from me, I make it happen pretty much.
That's nice. And you know what? I have an allergy to smells. As I get older, like, I can't wear perfumes.
Same.
I can wear like little sprays like every now and then, but I can't wear perfumes because it'll make me start coughing and gagging. But your candles, when I light them, I don't get that. Like, I don't get the dry throat. I don't get the nose. I can't, that little pain, that sharp pain that goes from your nose to your eye, where your eye is watering. I don't know what that is, but some things, when I smell it, it makes me do that. And your candles does not. So yeah, your candles are really like, they're like a smooth, you smell it, but it's like a smooth, calm smell. And that's probably the soil with it too, right?
Yeah, and I don't scent them to be overpowering either.
Nice. So you were at the grand opening. Did you enjoy yourself? How was the grand opening for you?
Great. I had a spot under the tree, so I wasn't out in the sun.
Oh yeah, we were out there.
And it was really, really diverse too. I really liked how diverse it was, and different age groups too. So it was really nice. And then some customers that had placed orders before came and like stopped by to show support and picked up their orders. So that was cool too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I'm kind of thinking in my head of like what party I have coming up that I can kind of, get some of those custom. It really makes giving me some FOMO. I'm like, wait, like,
look, I'm in the midst of planning a baby shower, so I'm gonna have to come talk.
Are you?
I am. I'm planning a baby shower, so October 2nd. So we got to talk.
Yes.
And once someone did something really sweet with a baby shower, and then I took it to another situation too, when they asked everyone to light them. Now, maybe everyone knows this, but it was new to me. They asked everyone to light them when labor started. So
Oh, cute.
so you were all like, okay, so you get the text, she's starting labor, and then you all light your candle so that you're there in spirit.
That's beautiful. That's a good idea.
Isn't it? Isn't it? You're gonna do it. Yes.
Good idea, Charne. I'm coming to see you, girl. That's a good idea, because then it calms the mother down during labor, and she feels like people are there for her.
Right.
And you're really sending good vibes, good prayers,
Yes.
good juices to her. That's nice.
And
If you're just tuning in, you are tuning into Clean Greens Living Live, broadcasted off of Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree and Robyn T, and our special guest, Charne Ingram with Common Scentz Candles. Charne, starting a business, what tips can you give that you wish that you knew when you were starting your candle business?
Not to overthink things and to just go with the flow, because everything's going to be about trial and error when you first start out, and just get feedback from strangers and people that are closest to you.
That's a good tip, because a lot of the times people, when it's an error, they just stop.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
discouraging.
It's discouraging. If it's a negative feedback, they just stop. But the thing is to keep going.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
that's
When you hit an error, then you just got to figure out, okay, so this didn't work. Okay, so what other routes can I take then? And then you just keep going until you get through it, basically.
nice. Look, I knew we had to have you on because your candle smelled good, but you were over here giving inspiration.
Girl.
Because you said you just started and you just wanted to see how it goes. And now you're doing custom made. You're doing custom candles. You do the custom stickers. You're getting service. You're getting clients. You have people come visit you at a grand opening. That is a good testimony.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the pull-up idea. The pull-up idea in the trunk. When I started businesses before, and some of the most successful business owners I know start off with their stuff in their trunk. That's how I did. And people will be like, did you bring the? And they're like, actually, yes. Here you go.
And
what would you like?
I would the hard way, because I would pull up even to like family functions, and they're like, you got some candles on you? And I'm like, I don't. So after that, I was like, okay, you got to keep them in the trunk.
Yep.
Right. And here at Clean Greens, we're always talking about, we talk about all kinds of things at Clean Greens. We started it to talk about health with food, but health goes a long way. Health goes with not just what you're putting in your body, our fresh organic vegetables. Come see us every Saturday at 116 21st Avenue. But it also goes with exercising your body and relaxing and exercising that brain. And so tying in that candle, where we have these candles and we're relaxing and we're meditating and we're coming one with ourselves and our vision and our mission so we can execute it. So you guys, please come see Charne for her candles. Charne, can you tell us where they can find you?
Yes. So the easiest way is probably the website, useyourcommonscentz.com. And it's Scentz is SCENTZ. And on there's a link to the Facebook page and the Instagram page, where I'm always posting events that I'll be at or deals that I'll have going on and things of that nature.
How did you come up with the name Use Your Common Scentz? I love it.
So I was struggling to figure out a name, and shout out to Shalia, because I was at my nephew's mom's house, and we were trying to figure out something clever to come up with, and she just said it. She was like, Common Scentz, and I was like, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Shalia, I know Shalia. She be having her name, and she be wanting to name everything. She be having to get me to name one of my kids something Leah. What's Shalia? What's up if you're listening? Hey, girl.
Yes. She actually came up with that name for me, and after that, I was just like, okay, use your common sense. That's about to be my slogan right there. So, yeah. So that's how I came up with that name.
That's nice. I'm sorry, I don't want to monopolize the whole interview. Sorry.
You know what? I was just loving that too. And another shout out to Shalia, because some people are really good at naming things, and I love that too. I really do. It's cute, and you always remember that person that helped you, and you're building community with these candles, and you're like keeping us all connected and linked. And I actually do have a question about that. You like to lay in a hammock and read a book, and I'm just curious, this is a total pivot, if there's any favorite books you've been into lately, or anything we need to like look up and read, or if you even have time for that now that you're making all the candle parties.
So I always make time to read books. I'll read before I watch TV. So if you have TV, then you can go read a book. I have a book that I'm reading now. It's called David and Goliath, and it's just about turning like negative situations into, positive situations and things like that. I'm really big on like healing and like manifesting and like, just making things happen that are like positive and work for you. So I often read those kinds of books really often.
That's nice. And it is good to look, it's good to read. I be telling my kids that all the time. You get to learn something new. And like you said, healing. I love that in this time, even though a lot is going on negative in this world, majority of us are in this space where we're trying to heal our inner souls, because it's easy to get caught up in the way this world is. Yeah. And they're crazy negative thinking. It's like every solution you have to a problem, they have something negative to counteract that. So it's good to keep in those books and remind yourself to how to attack those enemies.
Yep.
I love those kind of books too a lot. I think that was a really hot tip. Thank you. I like.
And then she got my life together. You have time to watch TV. You have time to read. Okay.
That was the quote. That was the quote of the interview. Besides how amazing your candles are, but if you have time to watch TV, you have time to read. No, that was the best. But I also I could tell right when I met you that you were the type of person that likes to be really positive. And I'm, that manifesting and healing and stuff. It's like all of that work helps everybody. If you're happier and more peaceful and more free, everybody gets to look at that and say, oh, I could do that, So, and that's actually what it takes though. You can't just be sitting around watching TV all the time. And that's part of it too. But a lot of people who are really taking an active role in their healing are going to be reading books like this. So I appreciate you sharing what you're reading. Thanks for letting me dig into that.
And I love your positive energy. Buy your candle gifts and books. I love your positive energy. And that makes me feel better, because people don't think about other people's energy and transferring energy and how real it is. And to know that when I'm lighting your candle, it's sending me positive vibes just because the person who made them is positive and bringing those positive vibes into your household. So that is also a good tip too, to remember like who you're buying from, because those vibes are transferable. And so when I light your candle, I really do feel like the peace, the calmness. So thank you for that. Did you have any hiccups during the COVID? How has business been since COVID?
No, not really. There were still events going on, so I was, doing the events, but just instead of people, the hiccup that I was like, okay, obstacle, I was like, okay, how am I going to get around this was allowing people to smell candles during COVID. So what I had did was I had got a bunch of popsicle sticks and made sample candles. And then my kids, they come and do the events with me all the time. So they would give the customer sticks so that they can just scoop some of the wax out and sniff it and then throw it away afterwards. So that everyone the same kind of candles. That was probably the biggest hiccup, but it was an easy fix because I'm all about, okay, well, how can we fix this? let's resolve this issue. Look,
you giving all kinds of quotes.
Right. What a genius that was.
Think, how can we fix this? Look, okay, so we're going to close this out on a good note. Instead of thinking negative, think, how can we fix this?
Exactly.
If you have time to watch TV, you have time to read a book. So don't turn on that TV until you gave yourself 30 to 45 minutes reading a book.
Read with your kids.
Read with your kids. What else?
The thing about reading is you're feeding your brain. And I'd be like, oh, I just want to learn something different. You don't have to go back to school to learn new things. Like, there's so many free resources and so many books that are just full of information that you can just put to use, and you wouldn't even know it until you just sit down and read. Just sit down and read.
Well, thank you for joining us. We really enjoyed your company. We enjoyed your wisdom, and we will keep it down. Don't be surprised if you see Clean Greens quoting you. Check out Charne. Her candles are really nice, really affordable. Up next is Traffic Jam with Kareem the Dream at 4. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Goodbye.
Would you like to see when your favorite Rainier Avenue Radio show comes on?